Alright guys, All For One is finally coming on April 10th, Wednesday, and now we get the quirks that we usually get on the Twitter post. We look at them, our first impressions, trying to guess what they are. I know the leaks have already happened and the leaks have been out for a couple weeks, but I personally like to avoid those because I like being surprised. So we're going to look at his special action, which is called Plunder, and we kind of knew what this was going to be like. It's very similar to Toga's Gamma and technically her special action when you're down. So what happens is you're going to deal the final blow on a downed opponent and steal their quirk, and you're going to switch between the stolen quirk that you get and this using special actions and your original quirk. So I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work mechanically, but you can switch from the opponent's quirks that you steal back to your original quirks. And I'm not sure if you could go back to the person you stole from, or it would disappear. We're gonna have to see. But if we watch this, this is how it works. So let's say you down an opponent, in this case it's Denki. You go over, you're gonna use your special action, very similar to Toga. It's gonna be an insta-kill, just like an execute. And now you have the option of, it looks like you're activating the special kill. You're gonna glow purple, and now you have Denki's abilities. Now, of course, they don't show when or if you can go back to your All For One quirks and abilities and then switch to Denki again. But we can see here he's going to activate this purple glow. I imagine you're pressing your special action, and maybe you have like a time limit of how long you use these, or maybe you have it until you choose to take someone else's. I don't know. But you can use Denki's Gamma, and then you can see his beta here, so it's not just one ability, you get everything, which is really cool. I think it's really cool, and the fact that you can switch between All For One's quirks and the person you steal the quirks from is awesome. Now we do have to wonder if the levels are going to be the same, so I would probably guess that All For One's levels, so let's say that All For One has a level 5 Gamma, right? And he steals this Denki's abilities, and let's say Denki's ability was only at level 1 Gamma, I think it would go for All For One's level. So right here, this would be a level 5 Gamma, not Denki's level 1 Gamma. Kind of similar. I think with Toga, when you transform into them, you get their levels. Where I think for All For One, what they're planning to do, and this is just a guess, I have no idea, maybe the leaks showed it, I think this will keep All For One's levels. So if I had a level 9 Gamma and my opponent had a level 1 Gamma, I would keep the level 9. Vice versa, if I had a level 1 Gamma and I down an opponent, steal his, even though if he had like all level 9s, it would just take my levels. Now, of course, it's just theory. We're gonna have to see in a couple days when he comes out. Alright, looking at his alpha now, it is called Final Blow or Final Attack on the Japanese Twitter. So this is a long-range attack that produces a shockwave from his palm. So you can charge it actually, so if we actually look at the video, sorry. You can let it go just normally. It's just kind of like a normal alpha we see on a lot of characters. But if you charge it, it does a slow kind of shockwave. And it's pretty dang slow, so I guess it would be like more towards if you're running away or you're kiting. I imagine you can use these while you're moving, you can charge while you're walking back. Obviously, I doubt you can charge while sprinting, but it's very slow. It takes a long time to get to him, but I can still see it being used. I could definitely hit multiple people. It's just being used in certain situations. I don't know if it's going to take up all of your bullets, is what they call the alpha. So if there's like 5 bullets in this and you charge it, I don't know if it's going to take up all 5, or it's going to take up maybe just 2, or maybe it could just takes up 1 and you just charge 1. Who knows? I don't think they say. Obviously, again, I'm just going to keep repeating this. If you know because you saw the leaks, just let us know. But again, I have not seen the leaks. So very basic alpha. They're also showing it pretty close up. Let's go ahead and look at the Twitter, the Japanese Twitter. This is a little more far away. Oh, this is good. So they actually show the distance of how far the shockwave goes. So shockwave goes pretty far, but the normal alpha looks like a pretty close range because they're showing them pretty close, but we have to see. So, but this is pretty good that we can see how far it goes. But it's very slow, man. You're gonna be able to see that coming, and you're definitely gonna be able to dodge that. Alright, looking at the beta on the Japanese Twitter, it is called a Control Clause. It's an attack that extends the transform clause in the target direction and hits multiple times. Furthermore, it is a powerful quirk technique that can penetrate walls and attack opponents on the other side. That's actually pretty crazy, so let's go ahead and restart this and watch here. So this is the normal... It's very similar to Aizawa's Gamma, I would say. It hits... Oh, it goes through... Yeah, it does go through walls. It's pretty sick. I like that. Nice. it definitely hits like Aizawa's Gamma, right? It holds you in place for a little bit. It doesn't push you back. It does multiple hits. So this is very similar to Aizawa's Gamma, but however, this goes through walls. So that's pretty awesome. And I imagine the more you upgrade it, the further it's gonna go, and obviously the more damage. So that's a pretty good beta. That's a pretty good beta. Honestly, it could be potential for first to max over the alpha. You never know. The alpha seems kind of just because of how slow the charge shot is. But this is pretty cool. Man, going through walls is a little crazy, but we have Endeavor that can go through walls, so... But he does stand still. So now the question is, though, are these, claws, I guess they're gonna be called, I don't really know what they're called in the actual anime, but are they gonna block projectiles kind of like Aizawa's Gamma, right? You know, if you don't know, Aizawa's Gamma blocks the projectiles from actually hitting him. Of course, only in front. If you go behind, it will hit. So on the sides, right, you could probably hit him. Like if we look at this Denki can definitely hit him from here when he's using it. But if you try to hit him from here, I'm curious if that's going to block projectiles. So that's interesting. But that's a pretty cool. That's cool beta. I think the English just posted theirs. Let's see if there's any different anything. No, nothing going through walls. No, going through walls. Oh, that was just a one shot. All right, damn, bro. The English was just like, we want to kill Cementos. All right. All right, now looking at his gamut, it's called Black Zone. I think this is such a cool one and interesting. It's gonna be weird to see how players use this, but it is a wide range, unique technique that warps opponents. It hits, so you're gonna press it, and it's gonna suck the people towards you. And I imagine you would do the beta and do some other damage, right? So you're going to press the button briefly to push them out of range, or press it in to pull them in. So if we want to watch this again from the very beginning, I imagine he presses it, it pushes them out. So maybe if you're trying to save your teammate, you can use this and it pushes them away. You have a chance to either let them heal up or maybe res, depending on your team comp, right? Or if you're trying to just get everyone near you. I mean, I can't imagine multiple people here. I would love to see more. Like, imagine there's just like 3 people over here, Cementos here. I'm curious if it's going to pull them right in front of him or pull him corresponding to what angle they were. So if they were by this rock, if it would like go at this angle, they would summon right here. I would imagine it'd be the angle, because I can't imagine they'd all just stack up right here. And that would probably make it a little more fair, because imagine you suck in like the whole team right in front of you, and you just beta. That'd be a little crazy, but this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So again, I believe if you press it, it's going to boop them out, but if you press and hold it, you're going to take them in. So take into consideration your allies and obstacles, and move your opponents to confuse them, right? So very cool. You know, it's going to be interesting to see. You know, you could be trying to shoot someone, and all of a sudden you get pulled in, and it disorients you, and you get a little bit of stun, right? If you get pulled in, you get stunned right here, which means that you might be able to do a all-for-one melee. But I imagine they're trying to say, hey, do the beta right here, and that's gonna be crazy. All right, guys, I believe that is all we got for All for One. We saw the special action, the alpha, beta, and gamma. Now, of course, these are just first impressions. These are just the things I saw on the Twitter. I know the leak was going around, so correct me if you know the information better than I do. But this is just my first reaction. I'm excited. He looks a lot of fun. I wouldn't say he's like OP. It's really going to be depending on the special action. I think his alpha's kind of mid. We'll have to see how much damage it does, because it seems very slow. And again, the charge slot's very slow. But the beta looks really cool, and the gamma looks really fun to use. So, and I imagine both the beta and gamma extend in range per level up. So if you have level 9s, beta and gamma, it's going to be crazy, crazy big. And I think he's just going to be a lot of fun. So I'm definitely going to be rolling for him, of course. Good luck on your rolls. I will have the roll video, I believe, early Wednesday morning, because I'm staying up to do that. And yeah, guys, that is All for One. Let me know what you think about him in the comments down below. Like the video, and wish us luck on rolling for it, man, because I really, really want this character, and I want to save some tickets so he can get Rapid Bakugo coming, I believe, just 2 weeks after this banner. So it's It's a lot of banners in a short amount of time with some really fun characters. They did really well on this season on just like the fun characters. Yellow Shiggy's really fun. All for One looks very fun. And then Bakugo, I haven't seen the leaks, but I've been told he's incredibly stupid fun. So we'll have to see. But guys, hey, have a great time and good luck on your rolls tomorrow. Tomorrow night or Wednesday morning, I don't know. But yeah, like the video. I'll see you guys later. Subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for 39K. We're so close to 40K. I'll see you later. Bye.